Previously on DirtRacks Garage.
Now the other project I'm going to do before this gets taken off the stand, I kind of want to come up with something to add to these crash bars. They were never really intended by DirtRacks to be luggage racks. They make luggage racks for the DRZ, but I got these because I didn't like the big square luggage racks. I'm never going to put hard panniers around on this or anything. I found that when I was going away this summer, the soft pannier seemed to like ride here, and of course you can see there's lots of scuffing and scratches and stuff in the plastic. Not that I care about that, but also this loop back here is a little odd if the pannier was sitting here to come all the way back here and loop through. And I assume that's why these are here, is because they were intended as luggage loops. But I may actually cut those off and weld them inside here like this. And where kind of like this one, I'll leave that one outside, but this one may actually move in here somewhere. And the other thing I kind of want to do to those bars is maybe add like a small diameter, not two, but just a solid rod, extra frame part, just to kind of like maybe coming up here and around here and then down. In Canada because
a boot. A boot. Sorry.
These are the crash bars, and I've mentioned this before that they're from DirtRacks. So got some 3/8" rod, got my close trusty coat hanger pieces, and I'm shaping them up to see how I like. And I think what I'm going to end up doing is bringing another bar across here, and then another bar that kind of follows this line up to meet it. Just because I want to protect a little bit here. When the bags are lying on it, it gives me a couple more tie down points. So I'm going to put my music on, just kind of let the camera roll. And it does a good job of creating a ring, but it's not creating the contour radius that I want. It's just not doing it. So this has got to go away. Now, heating up and bending, it kind of puts, it's a really good way if you're doing just a bend at a certain spot, right? But I'm finding that I want a little bit of a curve in certain areas, so it's not the way. Cold bending is probably going to be what I'm going to have to do. Now this spot may actually work better as a hot bend. I'm just going to, because it's going to be a kick back in. So I may actually do that for this, but this section, when I go to do the other side, I'm probably going to heat the whole thing up a little bit, just to soften it a little bit, and then try to get more of a gradual bend in it. Not what I'm doing. So. So you've seen probably enough of me doing this. So what I'll do is I'll bring you back when I kind of got things set the way I want them. But that's basically what I do. You got to find the right combination of cold bending, getting the radius, and then hot bending to try to get a sharper bend. Smaller diameter rod, you can ring roll and that you can pie cut it so that you can get better radiuses and stuff and then weld it back together. I was trying to avoid putting too many welds in this, but if you're really looking for something custom and smaller, you know, instead of trying to do what I'm doing here, like maybe you're trying to do like a headlight ring or a grill over the headlight or something like that, you might want to go that direction with the ring roller. But anyway, I'm going to try some test fits and I'll bring you back and show you the result. The racks columns here in the garage today, we're going to be working on the van, not on bikes today, but while we're getting things organized, I had these up last night to get painted. That's something I don't need the bench for, so while Colin's here, we're going to get this off the bench, get the next project, or the KZ project, back up for more work, because this brings a wrap to the DRZ Winter Refresh project. So you guys saw, or you will see, coming up next week, you'll see the introduction video where we do a voltmeter for this. And then there'll be a quick video series on all the stuff we talked about during these videos. So, and if you're seeing this at the end, I'm not going to recap everything because you've already watched it. So just real quick, now that we've got this stuff back up, so we got our toolbox. Okay, now this I did this summer, but it's got our tools, it's insulated, it's waterproof. My tools are rusting. We have a little bit of an air pump, because we can change tires and stuff. That'll give us some PSI to get out of the woods. Yeah, so that is awesome. And this is just a cheap Amazon Pelican ripoff case. At least my shit's not rusted anymore. We got the crash bars, and again, what we did is we gusseted these. I don't know what you call that, a gusset or whatever. I guess not really gusset, but basically, if you can see, and you know how I'm all worried about my plastics getting scratched, but as he laughs over there. But
you do too much stupid stuff to be concerned about your bike.
Yeah, I know, eh? But I wanted more protection, not necessarily for the plastics itself, but the bags I have don't really fit on this very well. They kind of fit up here, and they were just sitting there rubbing against everything. They weren't really down here. Now this will take a pannier if I put it down here, obviously. I changed these hooks around. If you remember, they were sticking out back here. DirtRacks. This is a DirtRacks Crash bar. Again, I know I've mentioned it, but I'll just quickly wrap it up. They make a square pannier rack for this bike. I did not want those great big pannier racks out here. I like the look of the minimalistic crash bar. So I just gave it a little extra functionality, in my book anyway, without adding a whole lot of weight. And then, of course, there's this one on the side. So I think that's all ready to rock for the spring. New carb, 39mm flat side. We've got the Acerbis. Yeah. Anyway, big tank. And then, of course, the rally tower. So we went in a totally different direction here. We're not attaching it to the frame, the main frame, a la Adventure Rally X. We decided to do just a fairing mount, or a triple tree mounted tower. Something very small, minimalistic. It's all aluminum. It's very lightweight. We added a little windscreen because I wanted a little more air protection on the back roads and highway, getting to the trails. Hey, the battery died. So it's a couple days later. Again, the DRZ's off the list. DRZ's off the list, or off the lift. It's over there. And the KZ's back up. So for Jeff and Colin at Trail Trash Garage,
Bye.
like and subscribe if you want to stay tuned with this type of content. And we'll catch you in the next video. No, we're in Canada because
A boot. Sorry.